we are going to do a segment here that we're going to call tentatively Character Spotlight, and we are going to shine that spotlight on a character that is just now starting to kind of get her dues, so to speak, with her own series from Marvel. We've all kind of known about her, some of us more than others. Squirrel Girl. So I got to ask right up front, which of you guys knows the most about this character? Who knows her history?
Oh, Alec, I do.
Alec, give us a brief overview of her history and what she's kind of about, and then we'll discuss some stuff from there.
Well, let's. I'm gonna go back to like her introduction story. So pretty much what happened was that Wolverine had he was traveling down a forest after one of the Avengers battles or whatever, and he comes across Squirrel Girl, who's like, "Hey, I love you, Wolverine. I'm a mutant too. Can I join the Avengers?" And then he's like, maybe when you're older, kid." And so then Dr. Doom is just scrolling by, and his prisoner band, and he picks up Wolverine. He's like, "You know what? I feel like taking an Avenger today." So he kidnaps Wolverine, and he's taking him to his evil lair or whatever. And then Squirrel Girl's like, "Oh, hey, Wolverine's in trouble." So she gathers a whole crap load of squirrels and attacks the truck. And there's this well-known panel where Dr. Doom is just throwing these squirrels around. He's like, "Oh, these wretched rodents." And pretty much what happens is that she wants to crap out of Dr. Doom, and she frees Wolverine. And then Wolverine's like, "You know what? I'm gonna tell the Avengers about you."
That's not her first appearance, though.
Is it not?
No. Her first appearance was in Iron Man. She was Iron Man's sidekick.
What?
I did not know that one at all.
Yeah, look it up. She was Iron Man's sidekick for one issue, and then I guess she appeared in a Wolverine issue. But
Iron Man and Squirrel Girl. Why?
Well, that's such a weird person.
It was a bad idea, and they scrapped it afterwards. I mean, she only appeared in that one issue, and then the next one, she never appeared ever again.
Oh, she's appeared again.
Well, she did appear again, but somewhere else.
Biggest fights.
Yeah, I was looking at it right here. It says, Doreen Green, a.k.a. Squirrel Girl, is originally from Los Angeles, California. She first is seen ambushing Iron Man in a forest,
you see,
to impress a veteran hero and become his sidekick. The 14-year-old mutant introduces herself and her pet squirrel, Monkey Joe, who is awesome, and displays her abilities, which are all squirrel-themed. And she rescues Iron Man from Dr. Doom, who then helps with the help of a horde of squirrels. And Iron Man states that while she is too young to fight crime, he will put in a good word for her to the Avengers when she is older.
I must have mixed up Wolverine and Iron Man.
Interesting. That's kind of crazy. Now,
hold on. Before we continue, let's just say she beat Dr. Doom.
Yeah, she did.
Exactly.
That's not an easy feat, man.
She defeats Galactus too.
No. See, that's a funny story.
Thanos.
She whooped the crap out of Thanos. The funny thing about the fight with Thanos is that he went on record saying, "Oh no, that wasn't me. I promise it was a clone. I promise you it was a clone."
Said every guy who's
right,
by a girl ever.
But no, with Galactus, she fought him one-on-one, mind you.
Exactly.
But how she beat him? She befriended him.
It's amazing.
Yeah, he befriended with a bunch of life energy nuts. Okay.
And come on, man. This is Squirrel Girl, the woman with the prehensile tail and sharp claws that can control squirrels with her mind. And this is the Galactus, the never-satisfied world eater.
Right. That's crazy, isn't it? I love how Marvel did that, though. I love how they've done that character, where she's
they like having fun with her.
Useless powers you could possibly imagine, next to the 2D guy from the Great Lakes Avengers, who's absolutely worthless.
my favorite thing about her
Fat Man.
Yes.
One of my favorite things about her sorry, that's just Flat Man.
I don't know. Whatever. That's what he basically is.
One of the best things about her powers is the fact that the squirrels are know everything. They're like, "Oh yeah, we know all this stuff. We can see all this far and everything, and we know all this stuff before humans, but no one can understand us." I'm just like, oh my god. That's it, just so how many times have the squirrels known that the world is about to end? And then they're just like, well, guess we better go hide some more nuts.
All right, I'm gonna read like the Wikipedia page bio on her real quick. So Dorian Green, she's a human mutant member of the Great Lakes Avengers, which sucks, and the New Avengers. Her partnerships are to Monkey Joe and Tippy Toe squirrels. Yeah. Her notable aliases, her other names, are the Anti-Life and the Slayer of all that breathes.
What? That sounds awfully intense for Squirrel Girl.
Does it not? Like, oh no, the Anti-Life is coming. With her partner, Monkey Joe and Tippy Toe.
Yeah. Think about that contrast for a second right there. You got Anti-Life with her sidekick chum, Monkey Joe.
Well, you guys know.
Hey, Mike, you gotta like this one. She has Marvel trading cards created from Deadpool.
Yeah. And here's an even better one. Here's an even better one. An even better one is that she beat Deadpool.
Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if she can beat Galactus, if she can beat Thanos,
she beat MODOK, she beat Wolverine, the Thing, oh, not the Thing, My Beast, not the Thing.
Hunter. What's his name?
He is kind of like the Thing.
Yeah,
Kraven
the Hunter. Okay, so this is the thing about the Squirrel Girl and Thanos. So everyone says that it's an ambiguous one that no one really knows, and Thanos promises that it was a clone, but Uatu the Watcher was present at the battle, and he's like, no, guys, it was Squirrel. It was the real deal.
Oh, Uatu. I miss that guy.
Nah, Thanos, nah. I mean, now you have like, what is it? Nick Fury, you know, the Galactic Commando and all that crap.
Yeah.
Marvel stuff.
Uatu. What I thought was interesting. Preparing for the show, I was going back and looking at some of the appearances that she was in. I wanted to find something where that had a lot of her in it. So I looked up the Great Lakes Avengers, which has anybody else here read Great Lakes Avengers?
No, I never read that one.
I have.
It is hilarious. It's the Dan Slott run. It's hilarious. It is so funny. It is some of the funniest stuff I have seen. I mean, it is so off the wall. If you like nutty crap, I mean, no pun intended with this being about Squirrel Girl, but this stuff is just straight nutty, man. I mean,
I did read one issue that featured them. I don't know what issue was it, but
just imagine how awesome the Avengers are. Now go the complete opposite side of the spectrum and imagine the worst, suckiest heroes you possibly could with the worst, suckiest, useless powers you can imagine, and that's the Great Lakes Avengers.
Speaking of which, I'm going to cut you off there. I'm on the Wikipedia page for Squirrel Girl right now, and I'm underneath her powers tab, and one of them is that her lips taste like hazelnuts. That's one of her powers.
Amazing.
So, like, if I make out with her, I taste hazelnuts?
It's like
I think her lips taste good then.
I think I would date Squirrel Girl.
Just for the taste of hazelnuts?
No, because balls are cute.
Dude, this nuts context makes it to a whole nother level.
This is really saying how powerful Squirrel Girl is. So in the Marvel Zombies series, I'm sure everyone is aware of that, there exists a zombie Squirrel Girl, and Mr. Fantastic, one of the smartest men in the world, looks at her and he's like, that's scary. And pulling like a Deadpool-esque type move, where like breaking the fourth wall. There's this non-canon appearance in Avengers vs. X-Men, where her and the mutant Pixie. I'm not sure if you guys know who that is.
Yeah.
But they're playing a game resembling HeroClix. And do you guys know what HeroClix is?
Yeah, I know what HeroClix is.
For everyone who doesn't know, HeroClix is this like board game where you have like these hero figures and they fight each other using stats and numbers. Okay, so then the Thing walks in and he's like, "Hey, you guys know that those?" Yeah, those. He's like, "Hey, you guys know that those figures are from the villain, the Puppet Master, right?" And so it turns out that their HeroClix battle is what sparks the Avengers vs. X-Men fight, because they have like these they have like voodoo dolls pretty much of heroes fighting each other, and they're like, "Oh wow, so who's gonna win?"
Oh man, that's hilarious. Love it.
Oh man, Squirrel Girl is a wacky character, that is for sure. without a doubt. And she appeared in the Fantastic Four series, the animated series, the 2006 series. Not sure if you guys have seen it. I've seen it. The one
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
on Nicktoons, I believe.
which one?
The one where Johnny Storm looks like he's from Naruto.
Pretty accurate.
Okay,
I've
well,
seen all the anime series, and
no,
not all of them are that
anime
great.
series. It's not an anime series. It just looks like an anime series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you
okay,
also the World's Greatest Heroes on Cartoon Network, right?
Yeah, it's like that art style. But so anyway, the Thing gets cured of his disease in this series, and so they host tryouts for a new fourth for the Fantastic Four, and Squirrel Girl participates. And whenever she's auditioning, she just has like 12 squirrels all around her, and she's dressed up in her squirrel getup, and she just walks into the middle of the stage, and she's like, "Ta-da!" And she gets booed off the stage. And funny enough, Flatman was also in there.
Oh
I
god.
forgot they were in there. That cartoon's so old. That's
And
why.
for anybody who's interested in seeing Squirrel Girl in any media, she's heavily featured in the latest season of the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon on Disney
Oh
XD.
god.
Yes, she's in that a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Still
Uh,
as wacky as ever.
And that's why I really enjoyed the Great Lakes Avengers. She gets a lot of time in there, not just in the later issues as a hero. Like, it's only a 4-issue run, but she like narrates, kind of breaks the fourth wall kind of deal, and talks to the reader at the beginning of each issue and kind of sets it up what's coming. And you really get a feel for how quirky she is and how like she just really is wacky and strange. And I don't know, man. She's really she's entertaining to read, like Deadpool. Like, I think Deadpool's a really fun character to read. That's why I like him so much. And she's like very similar as far as that fun factor there, like completely different every other way. But
I'm gonna compare her characteristics and like her personality to that of Harley Quinn.
yes, only not a villain. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the latest DC, Harley Quinn's not really a villain. She's just more of like a.
Oh,
a
do anybody
character.
remember that Daredevil had the hots for her?
Yep.
For Squirrel
You
Girl?
are so awkward.
Everybody
He's
just
like,
okay. Parents, pull your kids away from the screens right now. But I'm just gonna say, everyone just wants to bust a nut.
It's so wrong.
Mic drop.
oh god.
It seems like Daredevil's pretty much like been with everybody though. He's kind of a manhole.
That's what I'm saying. His love interest never lasts.
He's in a love triangle with Thanos and Death. So I mean, Thanos wants to marry Death, and Death wants to marry Deadpool, because it's the one guy that she could never have. But yeah,
So weird.
on a side note, Deadpool wants Squirrel Girl. And another funny comparison between Harley Quinn and Squirrel Girl is that they're both voiced by the same actor in multiple media.
Really?
Yeah, Tara Strong. Same voice as Jimmy Neutron. I mean, not Jimmy Neutron. Timmy Turner. And Tommy Pickles from the Rugrats.
Now, didn't she play like a small part in Civil War?
Everyone played a small part in Civil War.
Yeah, like wasn't she pro registration though? I thought she signed up, didn't she?
I mean, I haven't read Civil War. I'm gonna go out there and say that, but
I haven't read it either.
It does not sound unlike her character, because like way before Kamala Khan and her fan fiction about the Avengers was Squirrel Girl wanting to be an Avenger and wanting to be a superhero. So I mean, it makes sense for her signing up pro registration, because she's like, oh wait, if I sign up, does that mean I'm a superhero now? I'm in the same league as the Avengers?
I read it, but I didn't read the tie-ins, and I just read the main thing. So there's a lot that I missed because Marvel.
Tie-ins. Yeah.
So I don't know if it happened in one of the tie-ins or something, but I don't remember seeing her in the main series, at least.
Well, I mean, Josh, Steven, you guys have read the newest run of Squirrel Girl, the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, right?
Yeah.
How do you guys like that?
I haven't read the last issue, but
already.
other than that,
What is it?
Was what? The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl?
I also read her in New Avengers. That's when I first got introduced.
Yeah, she was in New Avengers too. I've just heard about
Luke Cage and Jessica Jones' babysitter.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Sign me up, man. Sign me up right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the real question, guys. Here's the real question. Do you see her in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I hope I will.
That would
Well,
be
actually, she's a mutant. She's a mutant. So would you see her in the X-Men Cinematic Universe?
Oh no.
Can you imagine if in like Apocalypse they just like
But
there's a big city being destroyed by Apocalypse or whatever, and you just see a girl running away with a bunch of squirrels?
see,
That
I
would
would
be
not.
hilarious.
I couldn't see her in the X-Men, but I could definitely see her in Marvel because I feel like she's probably along the lines of where like Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch were, as in like they're technically mutants, but at the same time they aren't part of the X-Men continuity for most
They're
part.
miracles.
Like
Yeah, they're miracles.
Scarlet
They
Witch
should
and
start.
Quicksilver have big parts in both X-Men and Avengers, so it's just kind of like, yeah. But Squirrel Girl doesn't have much of anything with X-Men, so
Well, except for Wolverine having the hots for her.
yeah.
Well, what is it? She kicked his ass in
Yeah,
New
she did.
Avengers.
That's probably why. I mean, it seems like every guy who Squirrel Girl's ass gets kicked becomes like best friends and in love with her. Deadpool, you got Galactus, you have Wolverine.
I could see her being in the MCU. I could see her more so maybe making a cameo in a future Deadpool movie if this one does well.
Hold
I
on,
could
hold
see
on.
them playing in that.
I know exactly where she belongs in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As an agent in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That actually would be kind of cool.
That would be
be
cool.
man.
She would be in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think
She
so.
could have her own featured episode called Life's Nuts.
She could be an Inhuman. I mean, they could make her an Inhuman. There's no reason why they couldn't. You've seen what happened to Reyna.
I mean, they made Quicksilver an Inhuman in the latest X-Men, or in the latest Marvel stories.
No,
Yeah.
they haven't. They're more high evolutionary.
Yeah.
I'm reading the series.
F that crap. No, like what you call it? He got his powers taken away, and then it turns out that he had an Inhuman gene or whatever. And then whenever in Inhumanity, he became an Inhuman, and he could run faster than he was, and whenever he was a mutant.
Crazy. 'Cause he can already run pretty freaking fast. So
Yeah, I know, right? Now he's like Flash level speed.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
He doesn't have speed.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's Marvel's way of saying like, hey, Inhumans are better than mutants, right? So don't watch their movie, watch our movies.
Yeah.
Right. Totally.
Why,
But I could
why do you
I
think
could totally.
they're killing Fantastic Four?
Exactly.
In a fiery burning blast. Okay, well here's another question for you guys. If I was just thinking about the high evolutionary, like the beast turning into like the cat beast and like Quicksilver running faster. If Squirrel Girl was to have a higher evolution, what would you think it would be? Besides, an anthropomorphic squirrel. That's obvious.
Right. Yeah, that's too obvious.
Like heighten her powers. What do you guys think? I believe that she would become the next Galactus. Throwing
I
that
don't know. No.
I don't know. That's an interesting question. Like what?
Okay,
Deadpool level regeneration healing factor.
Oh God! You know what they leave back? There's so many characters with that already.
Sharper claws, the ability to like withdraw her tail and stuff, like all her squirrel-like
I believe
features.
that would hurt.
Well, no, but I mean like the ability, like kind of like how like I don't know.
To hide her identity.
No, guys, I got one to go along with
She hides the
Josh's.
tail on her butt already.
No, look, I got one.
Go ahead, Mike.
The tail spins around so fast like a helicopter blade she can fly.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Boom,
that
it's done.
Well,
Now,
isn't
Marvel-
flying squirrels supposed to have like they have something on
Flying
their?
squirrel! There we go! There we go! Game over!
They have something in their armpit area where they.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
extra
just
skin.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
come on, have you ever played Sonic? Tails, hello.
Yeah, right.
Well, Tails is a fox.
Still, we could do that to a squirrel.
Technicalities.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an idea, Marvel. You should have like an Elseworld story, of course, because they can't do this in like the main Marvel.
What
story.
if you will?
Well, what if story? Are you guys familiar with a little story called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe?
Yes.
Yep.
I read it.
How about Squirrel Girl accidentally kills the Marvel Universe?
Accidentally.
Accidentally, yeah.
The anti-life and the Slayer of Breaths.
Yeah, because something was taking over his body and just killed the whole entire Marvel Universe.
I would totally buy it.
Here's the concept. So Professor Xavier, who's not dead stupidly in this universe, goes in Cerebro trying to find new mutants, like he does whenever he's bored. And he finds Squirrel Girl, and he's like, hey, I want to try to understand the way that this girl thinks. And so he goes in, and then Cerebro just breaks down. It's like, you can never understand how Squirrel Girl thinks. And then, like, so that, like, breakdown of, like, mental powers just crushes Squirrel Girl's mind, and she just goes into, like, a feral rabies squirrel rage. And she just kills all that breathes.
A rabid Squirrel Girl. That is hilarious.
Make it happen.
I would read that.
I would.
They can even do that in an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Just have them, like, trying to stop a rabid Squirrel Girl because, like, she has a nut stuck in her teeth or something like that.
Oh, God.
She hit all her nuts and can't find them now.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many entendres.
She did find a planet full with nuts for Galactus.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they'll have that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm.
Hey, you know what? My favorite Squirrel Girl moment is when she's talking to, is it Doorman? The guy? Okay, yeah, she's talking to Doorman. And he's this guy who has this power where if he touches something, he can, you can phase through him and go through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Yeah. So he's sitting there, and they just had this discussion where he was kind of like hard on her about something, and she's like, well, here, have a hazelnut or something like that. And he's like, oh, where do you have those at? She's like, in my nut sacks. And Doorman just starts cracking up. He's like, dude, she said she's got these in her nut sacks. And I just lost it, man.
You look like Spider-Man, but it's all black.
Oh my
God. Imagine trying to read this at night when your kids are asleep and you start busting out laughing out loud
because of nut sacks.
Yeah, because of a nut sack joke. Like I'm 30 years old, man. Okay, now think about that for a second. I'm old, but yet I still act like a 12-year-old.
It happens.
So,
Guys. So I'm back on the Wikipedia page for her, and I'm going to read you this sentence. In the JLX Xmas special, she is shown flying like a small gyrocopter called a Squirrel Gig.
They stole my idea before I ever had it.
Okay, and then there's this. Squirrel Girl was with Dr. Doom's castle with Big Bertha, where she showed the ability to fly by spinning her tail around in a more stylized fashion.
Oh, she was already flying then.
So she can do
before
that.
I even knew it.
Yes.
Okay, so since it was obviously my idea that they stole before I ever had it, that's why I just now got that idea in my head.
Also, why it was a paradox?
Yes, exactly. They owe me royalties, man. Okay, Marvel, just make out the check to cash and leave it blank for the amount.
They went to the future and got your idea and went to the past.